have zucchini coming out my ears. I'm very grateful for my backyard garden, don't get me wrong, but I have a lot of zucchini and I have to figure out what to do with it. So today I'm going to make some zucchini bread. I'm going to take you along with me, so let's get started. I used 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour, 1 cup of grated zucchini. I used a cup of date sugar, but you could certainly use brown sugar. I used 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and I used 1 tablespoon of flaxseed. I used a 1/4 cup of applesauce that replaced the oil, and I used 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/3 cup of the almond milk. I mixed this up. Not all the ingredients at once. You start with the applesauce, the plant milk, the flaxseed, and the sugar, whichever kind you're using, and the vanilla. If you're using date sugar, you're going to have to add a little more plant milk. I found that out in making this recipe. So instead of 1/3 cup, you're probably going to have to add just a little bit more because you want this to moisten everything. And then after that, you go ahead and add your grated zucchini and mix that up in the bowl. At the very end, you're going to add the rest of your ingredients and just mix it until everything is moist. Now I'm going to add some additional yumminess to this zucchini bread. So you want to stick around to the end because there's 2 things I'm going to add to this that's going to make it really, really good. I would like for you, when you get opportunity, to look in the description below because I have a free download that's all about plant-based success. I also have information about a course that I offer, and I offer a wellness event. Did you know that? It's called Wellness Weekend West Virginia, and it's always in September every year in the mountains, the beautiful mountains of West Virginia. So I've got that link below too, so you want to be sure and check that out. Now let's get on with adding the last 2 ingredients that's going to make this zucchini bread extra delicious. Look at this, a 1/2 cup of dairy-free chocolate chips and a 1/2 cup of walnuts I added. You could do a cup of the chocolate chips or a cup of the walnuts, or like I did, use a 1/2 cup of each. So delicious. Put it in a loaf pan, bake it at 350 for approximately 45 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. Look how beautiful this loaf of zucchini bread is, and it tastes so delicious, and you know that it's healthy because you put good ingredients in it. If you have zucchinis coming out your ears and you're trying to figure out something to do with it, hopefully you might try this recipe. I think it's good, and it's worth taking time to make it. Sometimes I make several loaves at a time, put them in the freezer for later, because you got to use these up when they come in your garden, or maybe you bought some at the farmer's market and you need to use it. It's good to make healthy options to have at home that are good. And I hope you guys will try this. Remember, guys, there's power in your plate, and what you eat really does make a difference. See you next time.